WP Baro, ngapriang subhai pi chakani program ke jongi ke health essentials ke bojuan lam JP ya ki phang repair ki bedai bakakot ka khia. Kakot ka khia kalong ka bakong santam bat ngiyo ika da ka bangi bam ki jingbam ki batay kamet ngile ki exercise bat ki way. Hakani ganti nginyo banyakren halor ka National Nutrition Week ka ba lajura khi ha ka tayo ka baningkong jong ubnai September. Bat ki ban ai jing pensha shu ingi halor ka ne phang hakani studio jungi idon ya Dr. Laribah Dr. Dong ibade assistant professor hakaju upor assistant HOD jong Department of Nutrition and Diabetics jong Martin Luther Christian University bat Eva Eleanor M Sangmad ibade dietitian jong RP Chest Hospital Shillong te haswa bangini sedang ya kani ka jing kren ka jongi ngini pet ikani clip ka balingkot.
Nutrition is important at every stage of life. From the early years, optimal nutrition ensures children grow and thrive. School years are an important time to develop healthy habits, and these smart decisions should always be encouraged to ensure health and well-being for all at all ages. Nutrition is particularly important at some stages of life, like during pregnancy. For enjoying a long, healthy life, it is a good practice to have regular checkups and eat healthy diets. Optimal nutrition is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself and your loved ones.
Te palok ini petangi kani kajing ekran jungi badi Dr. Laribah badi Eva. Te doktor kajing kali beningkong aku apan buat kemacung pima. Te pilaan batai ngi halor kani katayo mo balengi dan kam ban rakhi kani kan National Nutrition Week but pilaan ni tu khandiat sepang ke history jongka.
Kani kan National Nutrition Week lani katayo jongka jing batai dan jing hikai sepang kabam kadi kabala sedang ningkong dapok na host nam kandai spa nyopsan daga ni ka American Dietetic Association hadian pada kini ka American Dietetic Association kilapan kala kerteng noyaka syaka Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics but hakani ka tayo di jong ka jing batai sepang kabam kadi kari India ka jongi do kayo nuksa kayo jingkermen ba hawa ngiru ngidi ban buat langkum kani ka program kum kani ka jing ka tayo jing rakhe dik ha po India pa de house nam ka khandai spa khandai anyu khandai pusan ane prapua ki pelong no ekani ka National Nutrition Week but kamat bakong san ha jong kani ka tayo ka dai ba ki kwa ban pensha ha ki patba ya ka jingkong san jong ka bam ka di na mabun sid ngim ju da kham nyokor ya ka bam ka di but kani ka bam kadi bandi ka batay namar ba lingba ka bam ngiyo ya ka buam basai baklan te ka phang hi kadai ban hikai ki brio mangindei ban buat nuksa ban bam ki jing bam ki batay khanang ba nginyo ya ka buam basai baklan ba ka ba at ba ki ko an pensu thu ki pat ba kalong ba habangi bam hidir ban long ki basian bangin bam ki jing bam ki bala shet ha ki ha ka bakhot but kum jo ru ban bam ya gini ki jing bam ki bam dan ki nu ki jing klek milai na ni ki jing klek preservatives kan kumang gyong ha katian pareng dia kata kadai ka ba kamat ka kwa hikin bande hakani ka jok ka jongi mentaru ketika jela ka jongi but hapok ka ni hapok jongi ni India ru mentabar khoi ka keleng ka jelang yarki kani ka tayo mud uban ubanai naila badingkong ndo sitarik hadu nyo tarik kira-kira ba yakani ka tayo jong ka mon so bhai ni ka jong ka jingraki ya ka jingbam pura.
Doctor, coming to you, Eva, can you tell us what is the significance of this National Nutrition Week?
Actually, the significance of this National Nutrition Week, as the doctor has already told us, like to educate the public and to promote adopting a healthy dietary habits. Okay, so like when we say the significance, means to make the people aware, like eating a healthy diet is good for your health. See now, according to what Dr. Lariba has said regarding the preservatives foods, right? Consuming of preservative foods will not be like give you a healthy diet. There should be a limit to everything you eat, right? Overeating will cause you some kind of diseases. It can lead you to some kind of diseases. So the main significance of this National Nutrition Week is to educate the people to adopt a healthy dietary habit so that you can prevent more diseases in the future. So that is how we say that is the significance, and also to promote that due to malnutrition, like our people in India or even in Meghalaya, we have so many malnutrition. Why is it like it's leading to malnutrition? It's because like we don't have any proper dietary habits. Okay, we don't have any proper meal timing, and we don't have any proper way of preparing the foods. We will just buy anything from anywhere, we'll just cook it and just eat randomly. We don't even know, and we don't even have the awareness regarding that vegetables, whether they are nutritious, whether they are good for your health. So what we do is that we randomly just pick any kind of food items and we just eat it. So what we need to do is that we need to educate the people the importance of the dietary habits. Like you need to pursue it in your future so that we can prevent more diseases, and also to combat malnutrition as well. So like that is the thing, that the main significance.
Dr. Phila ban kampen batai kendian ika bai ikong Eva ong ka kasi.
Hai, kumbai ong Eva mo ka bun sing ngimju ya ngimju ken koi ka kombam ka jongi, but nakadi ka da bang yo buan kini ki jing shitom kumbai la ong malnutrition. Ti kana malnutrition kadi ka dengan hisap semua kadi kentien ke bangim pajok sngon le sing layo sngon tamangim tip tik na kadi ka re malnutrition ha bangi ong di kadi ka jingpang ka bawan nakadaw jong ka bam kala bandai le si kadi namar ka rukam bam ka jongi kalong sebab palat mo hadok bakawan rai kata ka jingstang mi ka over nutrition mo bakawai pada kadai ba ngibam tuna palat lan ngimbam kita ki jingbam ki bantai ka met ka jongi bangi yo kata ka jingstang ang under nutrition ane ka jingpang ka ba duna ki vitamins ni ki sembok ki badan hapa ki jingbam ki jongi, but kawai ka bangi kwa abha ban yarkhi kani katayo ni kadai namar ba hakani ka program ki pet khamtam kadi ka malnutrition kalong ka bakong ka balong ka basalan sar ba hapadang kilong kemi ki badang armet ba kilong kimi ki ba aibun khun ba kumju ra kilong ki badang hapo ka drius nem kerta, but habangi pet kini ki data la ki statistik mo ki bangi ngi ba ka jela me kala jongi buon ki khulong da fitlet hapa ki health center dan ngi tang hapo ki chnong ki thane hapo jakala jong ro ngi pe ang ki buon ki khulong ki dunai ka jing thau kilo dan ne ki dunai ka renyeng dan ne ki don kata ka jing pang bi ang ka severely acute malnutrition kini baru hak ki dei tang na ka daw jong ka bam, but ngi kum ki bala hel asan ngi la but kiare kan ka jing pangila man dak ya kan ka jing stom li ki khlong ni ha ki long kemi ani ha ki badang aibun ki ma ki kemi da ka bangi pet thu ba ya ka rukom bam ka jongi kumno bangin jet, but namar ba teng bon sien ya ka bam hingi shu bam tang po bangi tangan bon bangim de bangi bam ang ba ka ta ka jing bang bakan te yangi nei bon jing shi bam bang tangan nga chu bam nga bam kat bangayo nga bam kat bau dan hap ka bangai ining kong kalong nak kumta deh tambah ngi mju perkat jengai pada ladang ilek kumta kawan rai kai baka wena kita kadai kan ka malnutrition baka ba ar pe kadai ka bangi lap haman taru kadai sepang kadai jing dunas nam ka badai hitang nakada ka bam ting nganget scam baru ki pat ba mo maphiru kumjo mangaru nginum kwa bandi takan dawai habangi kwa dingkong hi kwa hidang dangi la hi ban kiar ngin bam ta ki jing bam ki ba mi hin jara jong ni ki jing bam ki ba te ki ba khoi bam dan ki jing ki dawai ki da shin ki ma ha bo ka ki jing bam te ka tai ka de ka ai ka bangi kwa ban pen su thu ka po ki pa ba
Blishbun, Doctor, Kong Eva, I'll come back to you. Since we know that there's a theme for this nutritional week, can you tell us about the theme and what are the main goals?
Okay, the theme for this year, 2023, for the National Nutrition Week is healthy diet going affordable for all. What the theme means, the main thing is that, you know, all the people, in spite of this low socio-economic or high socio-economic, like all the people or all the individuals should be able to access food, nutritious food. It's not that only the high class society can have it. It has to be even the low class, so that there'll be no disparities in their nutritional status. So what they did is now, like, even though if it's a simple diet, okay, it can be just a thali of your just rice, it can be just a portion of your dal, it can be just a portion of your egg or green vegetables, which constitute you know, balanced diet. So these things should be like available to all, that which can be easily accessible or which can be, like, you know, less expensive, so that everyone can enjoy a nutritious diet. This is what they said, no, healthy diet going affordable for all. So that is how they mean to portray it in this National Nutrition Week. That's all.
Thank you, Kong Eva. Try Doctor ke ka bai ong Eva ka long ka badon kam ha fila ban batai ngi khendiat ka kasi pan.
Hoi. Kani ka phang mo baki bu mata healthy diet affordable for all ani ka bam ka batai ya baro ki zai ban rio klam bu kono ka jing ya phe jingmot mo le si ba ki de ki khana badang lung le ni de sim de ki long kami le ni ki shin rang ru but ki badana ko dulu ka kenja background le ni ka financial background jo ki mo te kumbala ong kong iba mo kadi ka bangi ong healthy diet kamot bangi di ban bam ka jing bam ki ba biang lo dan sedong abangi pe ka pedang ja jong ki jai ban ria pa jela ka jong bon si ngi bam ha ya ka ja mo te ko bangi ong menta kadi ka balance diet kadi bandan kumba ka pedang ja ji kadi bandan kumba 30% kadi bande be kini ki kinja cereal ni kinja ko mo ki ba mi na ki da se na de ka ja da se la bande ro hadem da se la bande udi ukra ka menta bon bangi daya smart ban bam yu kerah ni kerah ru di bakongsan di nanta de kumba apusan pesan pada ka di banwan na ki jhur ba na ki so ba ngatrai bon na pedang jungi ngim ya smart ban bam ya ki so la ni ki jhur kan to ki so badang de ka por ayam di ban bam hai kita but ka ba lai pa ka de ba 4% ka di banwan ko bai ong yu ka di bandan na ki dai Bakrang bagi enjoy kata ke protein kan mo kinja dai la ni kinja komuni u kom ki di pulses ni ki legumes ke yang uben ki pesben dan ni ki motor kum taken but 1% khendak pa ka di bandai tang ka khlen namang ngidon kam ka khlen mom de ban ba ba be khlen ni kum phanyang umlong hande ngidon kam ki ni ki phanyang namar ba teng ki don ki kinja vitamins ki na ni kita ki nutrients ki ba kidon kam ya katuka ya kini ki klain kram ka bet jongi kala ban kejit kalau nak ko ong ken mo ladang idon ngisim ngiring lain tambah ladang pen me you switch mat kamdan ka jing shai te kalau kom tak ladang ba ma kanai kini ki jing ba ladang I can diet ka umpenyang kan kani ka absorption ni ka jing kejit ya kita ki nutrients kam long ka ba pura kan takadang buan apden ki long yang ki jongi de ladang pet baru bo sini sai lap ru dan di de ki sunong le ni hang ni ha so ka ba ngabam hati ki jhur jengam ngabam ha kita ba ka wei do ka de ba karukom kle ka jongi karukom shet ngimnang ho ai de deng shu pon pressure mo deng shu pon be kum turu ma la ni deng shu sdia de kan ni ro karukom shet kawan ra ya ka Hina kajing penduna kini ki taki sembo kita ki nutrients bada ka pelang ja ka jongi te kani ka National Nutrition Week mo kadi ka batai bhai ki patba kumno bangi dei ban pe ya kata ka kom bam ka jongi kumno bangi dei ban jiet bat ka ba euro ka dei ba kumno bangi dei ban kumang ong man mangi dei ban pe du kini ki jing bam ba mi tan rai maki local food mar ba teng mangi ong ba kam dei ban ktai ka plak ka pla jo ki weiru teng yem la badang ba no at ki chong da bam so apple man ka sngi ngin dan ka man ka doctor timur ngin be rut mentai ki man chu bam to apple ma kam long ka bam puta em te ka ik bangin la ban lek khadang ba ni baro ngin laj na kata ka jing pang le nga jing duna de ke de bangin bam ni ki so tan rai ngin bam ni ki jut tan rai namar ba kat kum ka research ki bala le ma ki jing wat benya ki la ba ki jhol tan rai ki jongi ki so tan rai ki jongi ki jing bam ki ko ki dan kham bun sha ki ta ki micronutrients ban ya nu jwa ba ki jing bam standard ko ma ong no ki jing bam standard ne ki jing bam pareng mo te bele man de ya kata ta ka daw kan ka nutrition week ne man ta ki ba ta ba healthy diet going for all ka mod ba nhìn pet nhìn này biết thanh shabat pet tăng na ka plau la jong lu pet tăng na ka long ying la jong lu ngi la yo shibun ha ki jing bam
ทรายกุมบันชุบันเนี่ยก็ตัวพี่องพี่มอคำตามมังอีขัดสีมอกับบางอีบามพากันเด็กจ้าอุได้ปกพันมอกันนี้ก็ลงเข็นเบลลงไปตั้งอีเวฟูดกรุ๊ปมองาทรายบ้วนกีนอดกีลงเยียงเปิดกีน้องยิมลาบันกดบอร์กีตากีเต็งกีองดันกีปองกีนี่กีชอร์มันตากีลาเรมดันกีปองบากาตาดีตั้งกีเอกีบางอีโยกุมกีตาปดด็อกเตอร์กุมนัว
and มอกีดันนะปอกันนี้ก็บางกีเป็นมีมันตานะปอกันนี้ก็ FAO อันนี้ก็ Food Agriculture Organization kabalong kabasutan kalong bangi kung ngidi ban sngo you know ngidi ban sngo sarong ya kani ka jing bagi ki ai maki ba kani ka rukom bam jong ki jaj ban riu lom ki riu lom ne indigenous people ma baki ong ba kalong ka ba bhatam kalong ka ba kongsan ba kalong ka ba bon rukom namar ba bale ngi bam tang ngamang si ong bagdan nyu thop kita ki jing ba hande hapo kani ka FAO ba ki penmi kalong ba kada hado shpau kan thop kita ki food groups ma ka bangi ong dei de bat ka wai ka bangi ki riu lom ngi riu lom mi se ba ba ka de ki jhur khlau bat ha kani ka kan thop di kala don ro mentai ka de ki ong kita ki jhur ba ki so ki ba bon rong ma kum ga la dang ong so bon rong mo du e tam mo mde ba ong rainbow colors ma so bon rong te la ban de u so yong ba dang mi shen menta te unie nanta de ki jhor ba bon rong ko pathao ubiski da ubiskot ro long mo ga nanta de ki usok baingon te ladang i ba mi ki ne kawan ra re banya duna ya kan banyarap kan jing duna senam te ngimde ban ong ma ba o bangin bam ta ki ngim yo ande ni yo hite tang nak per jong ro tang dang dek tang hapo ki klau ro la la ki nem ta ki tet ki bon rukom tambang ya balong siarap dak nang hin bam ngimde ban chu ong tang bala ong manu re manu bangin chudik bam kluma ande kawai ka de bang ide ro ban nang ban balance ban penenti kan nai penhiar than nai penkiu than kata karukom je di kata kijing bam kan
Rishbon doctor Eva, I'll come to you now. What are the health issues that regarding nutrition that affects both women and children?
Actually, like when we talk about health issues, there are lots of health issues here, but particularly in Meghalaya, when you look at that, the most impact, okay, especially in women and children, is your anemia and then your malnutrition. When we say anemia, it's like it's a less of iron in your blood. It's just a simple form, we'll just call it. What happens is that, like, if a pregnant woman, okay, if a pregnant woman is anemic, and then this pregnant woman, if they are not correcting it at the time of pregnancy, it will lead to a premature baby, or it can be lead to undernourished a child or underweight childbirth. Yes. Okay, so these are the things that we need to make them aware. Not only pregnant women, like even in adolescent girls. So it's kind of a vicious cycle. A pregnant woman or maybe an anemic adolescent girl, become a marriageable age. If she is not corrected at the time, and then if she is anemic, then she will become an anemic mother. And then after giving birth to an anemic child, then it will become, it's a cycle. And adolescent girls goes to as an anemic mother, it becomes to a premature baby or underweight baby. That again, in a cycle, if the corrections, if there is no corrections or medical help is not initiated, then it will go back again to an adolescence, like girls anemic, like it's just like a vicious cycle. It goes on. Adolescent girls to pregnant women anemic, then it goes to a undernourished child or premature baby. Again, if there's no, so it's just a cycle. So what happened is that, like here, especially in Meghalaya, what happened is that mostly like anemic is related to your iron deficiency. Okay, why we are facing this iron deficiency is because like the way of our eating, our dietary habits is like it's not correct. What we need to do is that, like when we say you eat green vegetables, when they say only eat green vegetables, that means they will just eat green vegetables. So like green vegetables has got like iron, then vitamins and all in it. Not only consuming green vegetables will give you a healthy, it will keep you healthy. Okay, there has to be a certain instigator or enhancer. Like for example, to iron to absorb in our body, we need a vitamin C. once the vitamin C is not there in your body, that means it's no use, eating a healthy green vegetables also, because it will not work in your body, because there is no enhancer to absorb iron in your body. So these are the things like we need to keep reminding our people, like in spite of eating, some will say I'm eating green vegetables, as you have already given us the awareness, but why am I still anemic? It's just that there should be a correct way of eating it. They are like vitamins, as I have told you, like we already know they are vitamins which are water soluble and fat soluble. For example, those vitamins which are rich in vitamin A, if you just cook in water, so the vitamin A will not be soluble, because vitamin A, that is called DECA in a short form, that is vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K and vitamin A. These are the fat soluble vitamins. Unless and until if you don't give a little bit of fat or oil in your diet, that means the vitamin A is not going to be absorbed there. If you just consume the food, even though it's rich in those vitamins, still it will not be affecting your, they will not bring any healthy issues in your body. It will not be healthy diet, because the vitamins are just, it will be just remaining, but it cannot be absorbed in your body. So another thing is your vitamin B and vitamin C. These are water solubles. What you need to do is that before preparing your vegetables, you have to know that you need to wash your vegetables and then you cut your vegetables. So these are the small things that we have to keep in mind. If you just cut your vegetables, for example, green vegetables, they contain lots of vitamin C, iron and all. So vitamin C is soluble in water. If you just cut it and then you wash it, that means most of the vitamins are already washed off. So like if you just cook it also, and if there's no enhancer like your vitamin C, that means like less nutritious food. The calorific value of the food is lost. Even though you're consuming the green leafy vegetables, or you're consuming any healthy food, if it's not preparing in a correct way, that means it's not going to absorb in your body. It's not going to give you a healthy diet. So like it's a way of preparing also, it's very important. And another thing is that our women actually, they just go for a monotonous diet. You just monotonous diet. If you're preparing today morning, in the morning time, if you're preparing only rice and dal, they will not include any vegetables. They will not include any dairy products also. Especially our tribal peoples, hilly tribal people. We don't consume much of dairy products like milk and all. Yeah, like even like these myths regarding this colostrum also. When you give birth to a child, like in some people, they believe that colostrum, the first milk that comes out from the mother, it's not good for the baby. So what they do is that they just pump it out. They don't even give it to the baby. But like now, when they do the awareness program, they came to know about why we need to have colostrum. Because that is the first milk and it gives us immunity. So these are the things that we need to give more awareness, sensitize the people of our own people here, and then to show them the correct way of cooking and cutting, as well as preparing in a hygienic way. If it's not in a hygienic way, then it may lead to some other diseases as well. So that is like how our and moreover monotonous diet, as I told you. If you prepare the same food, you will eat the same thing, and then you will not include any other diet in it. No variations in your diet. You can say that, no variations at all. So you need to have variations, and this is how it happens. Eating habit starts from your home. If you're just preparing only monotonous diet, even your children will follow the same thing. And then if they go outside, they'll not be able to adopt it. It's just it's like a cycle. It's you start from your home, everything, and then you go out, but you cannot adopt it. So what we need to do is that we need to start giving awareness regarding the correct way of preparing the food, handling of food, as well as the importance of nutritious diet. So that's all regarding how they go about it.
Doctor, cái phis ngô bởi mà lor cái bởi ông y vào mà cái lor cái jing don cầm mà cái trong cái jing bam cái biang ha ki kan thay bởi ki khulung khana ila kran được khăn phang ki vitamin phi la ban batai khăn phang ki tu but ki ki jat jing bam ki bang yi ngin bam ngin yo ki tu ki vitamin ken
tu kumba la ong mo ken kawai na ki jing pang mo ki bagi yo bagi khana ret bat ki long kemi kade na anemia ni ki jing dunasnam. But ya kani ka jingduna sna pangila ban yada ngila ban kia dak bam hai kita ki jingbam ki batai kum ki badon bai kini ki iron ane bat kum jur ya kini ka vitamin C ka bala ong de ki jur jingam ka bala ong mane ki jur jingam ba ro ki dong ki ba yarap ha ban tai ya kini ka snam but kum ki jur jingam ngala ban ja keteng kum kini ki jur kla kum ki jatira nanta di ki jelang nanta di ki ujam merdo voi da kita nanta do ni ki palong kita nang buan bah kini ki jur jingam ki bang ngaru empat dakan ma bah do menta di kisok orang yang lawan ban nama kini kisok kantam kini kisok bejau mal bagi harap ban penkejet ya kani ke vitamin semua kita ke sok jauh antara dia sok turun bagi dan ya ke vitamin C but ladang ipet habun sin rumah ladang kum bagi syek dek hayo ladang tidak cateni mau buat sebeli ngi syek dunia dan ni upudina dan lak terlihat ngi syek melian haban ai sok jauh dia kata kajeng ai sok jauh balik ni ai kata sok jauh mesti bagi penbut teneng nang noh ni kadon ro ya kadang nomor bakan ni kajeng ai sok jauh ke penyerap ban kejet ya kata ka nutrients itu ki iron dari tu bang ki mo ki ba menyerap ban pentan ya ka amet ke jongi ti nolo kan ya pada kai ke bangi la ro ban bam ha ki dia kini ki kerai ke ba ma ba ukrai ulang kam sausha kambha kini ki nutrients mo kum banyak kinu ki jing bam mo but mentangim ju ya bam si uni ukrai tingi dei banyak le ban pen km ya kan di jing bam ju uni ukrai but kum mentau snem aja apply ngila ngitep yu snem kum ka international year of millet mak du snem jong ukrai but yidei ban ya le bha kan kum ki khasi ban pen km ya kan ma bu ukrai we rap man penduna ya kata kas ya kasna apa kilong kemi man pen kiu sorry ban pen kiu ya kasna apa kilong kemi but kawai ba bengala ru ban bam ka dei ba ya uni kini ka mithai jagiri bozi da prejing mi samat ban bam ni mithai ngim jutte biru ei tong mithai tang si sina no handai mithai ru dei dan bon phai kini ka ayen ge bayar ban pente ka snam tinolor kata padem kabakongsan bangila ru ban tip nolor ka bam ngidei ru ban lek chapo ki health center ke man test kata ka jing don sna ko jing teng mateng tangim tip teng isong bangi biang dei teng long kemi ngim tip ki khlong ngim tip ki dunai kini kasnam ne ngidi blech ki health center nama ki health center nalo ka jing batai ma halo ka bam dikin ari kita ki dietary supplement ne ki sap ki kinja dawai ki bam dei ki dawai ne ki dei ki balashna na ki bam hi balashna ki ki chho jengam ne ki so jengam ne mo ki la se ki bagla penlong hapo kinja kum ki tablets mo bandi ki long kemi ki barmet bagi badang aibun bakum juri khlong but kamtam kadi ka health data bangila mentar mo jong kadi ka National Family Health Survey 5 ki ong ba ka anemia mo kadi jujuna snam kabun ba hapo ki khlung kumba 100% phila mang ikatap 100% ki kena khlung badang red hapo ka andrus nam ki danya kani ka jingduna snam but ka ba apa de ka dai ba ya kani ka vitamin A deficiency ani ngai scam dangi vitamin A deficiency ngila man sipen ya connect bat kani ka jingduna hagi khamat mo bat man tadi ngite babun bana pedeng jong ki bringi pangai kani ka khamat mo mal ni ka jingduna nani ka jingbom yo I po badum mo tika katangi la man penyada dak babam bhai kini ki jhur babon rong ni ki so babon rong mo ki bangi si ong kita banaba bale kini ki so babon rong ko ki kajor ki muli kini ki donya kata ka vitamin A mo lan ki beta carotene kini ki la ban pen terkam kena bangin la ban I bhai ka duk mat ya amin ya ka ban I bha ka khamat ti but kawai pa ka bangi lab ru mo kan di ba kabaya de baka kadi ka bami ken hapadang kilong kemi badang armet kadi kani ka jingpang sini ba kadi ka jingpang sini ma bangi ong ka gestational diabetes mellitus kani ka bun kilong kemi ki badang hapo ka bana ka basau mo second trimester na dong tu ngilap ya kani bat ka sini ka jong ka kio bha but ya kum kitu kilong kemi ka de hagani ka po ki de bha ban sumar bha ya la de khamtam ya ka bam ka jong ki namar ba kani let's say kala ba nya lampai ti khlung mo ibanda kha ila ban kembanding ong ladangi duna bam ka ngwara iklung ba duna kilo henry hakini ki gestational diabetes pada am kalong dah kongpong ngiyo ki khlung ki basngai mo ngi macrosomic baby ngi ong te teng ini khlung pat ila bandon ya kani ka sini hadin habu ladangim pikir bha kan ladangim pet bha te kani kalong kemi hi kade ban lohi ka behusiar kade ban pet bhai ka rukum paham ke jongka but mde ban ong kembal ong menema ngide ru ban tip kan ya ka rukum shed kum ban ot ki jur lem no ban teng don apre jing shupon back tu ma klam tap de dangi shupon dangi shupon back tu ki jur de kan ki nutrients ki mi na ha to ka how de tang bakong sa kade bangi de ban tap but kawai bangi lap kade ka bagi ong baru ba dadang isu pressure tan ru yakini gijing bam kamlong ngaba kani ka gijing kruik kapen perano yakini nutrients tingdi ban chu steam lan ngidi ban chu pentam yaki tambang ngidi ban tap mang ngidi ban chu tap khanang bakini ki nutrients ki vitamins ki carbohydrate kita baro kindon be kan hatu ka ba khama ngin bam ru kan ne hamet jongi bakan terikam di bat kabalai pada keba deng bakani ka malut bakadi ka bangilap kadi ka malnutrition ka bangi ong meneli de kaba ham lap bangilap ruba nolor kani ka undernutrition manta ka don sa overnutrition ani kata kaba bon ha kaba bon ki kelung ru kiladon mentai kani ka jingkia kilo overweight ki khana samla khamtam mang ki don ya kani ka overweight ka di jing he kilo but kada ko bakong san balai bagi doni kan ka jingki ku lane ka jing stom ha po ki klong snang mi jongki ru kadai namar ba kabam jongki kadai ba kamdai shu kabam baset na yeng kamdai shu kabam ka ba bang yo na plau la jong hande kadai menta jing bam dukan ki jing bam kai ki jing bam na po surak mo ko bang ni smart ban bam ni ki kena sanam tak ya bam mai ki alumuri nan ta de ki kini ki pakora ni ki bade madam tu kan ha ki fast food ha long ngamong baki dia mah kita kijing map ki bha e tamba kebangi ong duduk mana dang saning ko kawe duk de karukom shet haka jaka ka bakhoi nama kini kijing bam ngendang ipet bah po ki kim maintain kim buat ke yang kendon jo kani ka sanitization ba kawe na ki national nutrition week ki pet bah kata bangin promote sanitize hygienic food ke man bam kita kijing bam ki bakhoi de banya ba bam kita kijing bam na po dukan banya ba bam kita kijing bam na po surak bam hayeng se shet hi hayeng mo kilong kemiru kani ngaya kentui kilong kemiru hapo kani kepo ba kidei kimdei ban man thaj mo kemba ong mede ba kalong be kaju hande ngidei kum kemi ngidei ban mo husen ma ngi ngidei kita kilawai ki bang pen kre kalawai hadian habuat tingidei ban kamtre kambun sha mo let's say I know dah kasih 4% I know stang kan dah 4% man pen bang kata ka pedang ja jong kita kikun gi kenang ba kita kikun gi jongi kinum kwa mani bam tang hayang parlok kinum kwa mani bam hadukan hande bakinan bam ni yang bat kum juru ba ki kuang kitang shui ka pelang ja kitang i ba shat ja ki me ka kin wan kloi ma ba nyarap nai ki khnang ba makiru kin yo i ken o i me le kum ni o in le si paru i pen shat lang kum ni mo te dagal balek kum ta mot ngiru ya trai lang ba ngiwan ra ya ka ko kya habaro ka yang ka semkin
Kemudian si bon doktor, ngin sim break si pangtang kandian, te parlok ngin sange si puare kani ka jengkran jengi bat I doktor lari bah bat I Iva, ngin sawan pai pat hadian jokani ka klip.
We live in a world where undernutrition and obesity can exist side by side in the same country, home, or even person. Foods high in sugar, salt, or unhealthy fats are leading to unhealthy diets and are one reason why children may not be growing healthily while causing other people to develop overweight or obesity. The consumption of unhealthy diets is heavily influenced by marketing. Easy access is fueling this new nutrition reality, but thankfully, change towards a healthier future is possible. By having a sustainable healthy diet made up of a variety of foods that are safe for consumption, we can promote health and have better abilities to fight illness. How do we do this? Good nutrition for women during pregnancy and for children in their first 1,000 days of life, including breastfeeding, sets them up for healthy adulthood and future generations. We should eat more fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, pulses, nuts and seeds, and less sugary drinks and food high in sugar, salt and unhealthy fats. The less of these foods we buy, the more the food industry will be encouraged to produce foods that contribute to healthy diets. We can also call on our leaders to make the right decisions so that every person everywhere can afford and access good nutrition. When people like you and me, industries and governments work together to make positive changes, we can create a healthier world.
Te palong ini petang biang ini kejeng keren jungi, but I Dr. Lari Baha, but I Eva. Eva, coming to you. What, according to you, is a balanced diet for the tribal people?
Okay, see, when we say a tribal people, there are like different types of tribal. Like we have a hilly tribal people, then we have plains tribal people. Okay, so differentiating about diets, like even Meghalaya has got different communities as well. Okay, each and every community has got different types of dietary habits. Especially we Garo people. When we talk about our dietary habits, it's totally different from our Khasi community. Why we eat more of a sodium carbonate. Okay, we eat more of a sodium carbonate. That is one of our kappa. Kappa is the main thing, like in our tradition. Okay, then what happened is that when we say a balanced diet in our own traditional way, what we do is most of our tribal people, they don't eat even dal. And then they don't even know the value of the legumes and beans that are available here. What they do is that, if we just go for this rumbaija, rumbaija, which is a protein, it's a plant protein. What they do is that we don't eat much also. Only like few people will eat it. So like in our traditional, balanced diet, it should comprise of this, carbohydrate, which is your rice. Rice is a staple food. If you tell our tribal people to go and have atta, then what they will say, no, I cannot digest atta. That is the main thing that the problem comes, And then what we do is mostly we go for rice. Like we need to have a rice, that means that is in the form of carbs, that is carbohydrates, and we need to have a form of proteins. It can be either in the form of dal, it can be in the form of beans and legumes, or it can be your meat proteins as well, like your egg. Egg is cheapest one, you can say, like that is available in the market right now, and it also locally available in the rural areas also. If you're poultry and all, so like it's easily available. So like in your diet, if you're compromising of your carbohydrates, proteins, then you have your meat proteins or plant proteins, then you have your green vegetables. Green vegetables, when we say, we have lots of green vegetables here in Meghalaya. Especially we are blessed actually to have such a rich resources here in Meghalaya. But what the thing is that our people, they have a very selective way of eating, a selective way of choosing vegetables. Like if you say like sla patau, the leaves of patau, they said they will not eat. Villages they will not eat, but they will come and sell it in the market, right? So what happened, these are the things, like if it's included in your diet, like carbohydrates, proteins, green vegetables, it can be proteins in the form of plant proteins like your dals, legumes, beans and all, or like your meat proteins like your egg, and then your fish, and then like if it's affordable for you, okay, and then in the form of green vegetables, any seasonal locally available green vegetables, that means, and a little bit of fats in it, that means like you prepare it, whether you steam it or whether you fry it, then it compromises of your diet, your traditional diet, it can be called. You can have your jamardo, what you said, like as a salad also you can make it jamardo salad. Like you need to include sosao, that means tomato, in your jamardo. Why we are including sosao also, like as we have already spoken, that vitamin C, just sosao, like tomatoes, they have a rich content of vitamin C. When you add something in your salad like vitamin C or sojao, 1 or 2 drops of juice of sojao, like lemon, that means it becomes more nutritious. So like these are the platter which we can provide it like as our own traditional diet if we follow it. But the thing is that like our Garo people, what we do is that we eat the sodium bicarbonate, okay, mostly sodium bicarbonate, and we mostly go for this kappa. I'm not saying that sodium bicarbonate is not good for health, it's not that, but like overeating of everything will lead to something or the other defects in our body, right? So what we need to do is we need to maintain it, or we need to balance it, and then we need to limit everything, the intake, whatever intake we're taking. So I will say, like for a balanced diet, you just go for your carbohydrates in the form of rice, proteins in the form of your dal, legumes, beans, any, or in the meat proteins you go in the form of egg, fish, or any meat products, okay, which is affordable by you, which is affordable by all of us. and then we need to have some green vegetables which are seasonal and locally available. Then we have some, you know, maybe green chutneys, like doctor has already told us, when you're making chutneys, like, you know, jamado chutneys or dhania chutneys or pudina chutneys, like mint chutneys and all, you add 1 or 2 drops of lemon juice, you know, it becomes more palatable and more nutritious. So that's all, like I can say, like we can go for it. Then we can make it as a traditional, you know, dietary habits also. So we can teach our children also, you know, when a mother is cooking, it's better to involve a child also, so that they will learn from young. You know, when you are cooking, you can just tell the child, like, this is green vegetables, what does it comprise of, what nutritious things it brings to your health. So this is how we can teach them also. Though, like, you know, like playing house, like, you know, it starts like they are especially girl child, they are very much interested in cooking and all. So we can just do is that we can involve them also, like, for the better, you know, understanding of our diet.
I think Kong Eva, I've heard somebody saying to me that whenever you eat food, if your plate looks like it comprises of different colors, that means that is what you have a balanced diet. I think, is it right or?
No, I will not say that. You know, food, when you say a different colors, it can be in the form of a food coloring also. You know, when chicken can be, you know, prepared in different forms. It can be white chicken, it can be red chicken, it can be, you know, black chicken. Like, you know, when you add the sauces and the colorings, it becomes like, you know, just eating only chicken will not give you a balanced diet. So when we say it's a colorful thing, is that like, when they mean is that like to show that white form in the form of rice or any like atta, okay, those are the cereals. We have a food groups, okay. According to the food groups, if all the food groups are available in your platter, in your plate, that means it's a balanced diet. But only one particular food group is there in the form of different variations or different items, like, you know, only green vegetables, like you have stew vegetables, that is in white color, okay. You have fried vegetables with turmeric, that is yellow color. Then you have you know, steamed vegetables with soy sauce, that is in another color. So these are the things which you just eat only the greens, that is not a balanced diet. So we have to know, like, if all the food groups are available in your platter, that means it's a balanced diet. So like, it just not go according to the coloring of the food, okay. So like, as I told you, meat can be prepared in different forms. So you can just add color, that is not a balanced diet. Only eating one typical kind of food groups, it's not a balanced diet. Balanced diet means like it need to include everything, your carbohydrates, your proteins, your fats, your minerals, okay, then it becomes a balanced diet.
Thank you, Kong Eva. Doctor ngan pai pachipimo kumno ki ekilat ki bangi diban boot lane ki eki bangi diban le khanang bangi nyo e kataka jingko jingkhia mo la kadeha karukom im gojongi na karukom bam gojongi ken.
Dia kumbai ong mane mo I ka bagong sa ikade ka balance diet na ka bam ka ba biang, but ladang ong I ka bam ka ba biang khanang bangi nyo e kataka kot khia ka ba bah. Mereka baca orang batang kapal yang jauh jongi kalau abiang hendak gini tu ban pay habaro asisi kata karukum bam kerja kapor bangi bam hatu kabiang ne em but bun sina pedeng bun sina nget ruba bun pedeng ngim pentik nai kata kapor bam kamdan ju kata kapor bam haka bangi syong lang ngenya bam lang matang nak sia be baca kam men step kisi ong ba ngidi ban bam haya ka just step banyak ka bam haya ka jamit nama ka jamit kalau orang bangim dek ngim trik kami isu te bun sik ong badak tin parang mo have breakfast like eking bam yang kata ka bam ben step ka bakambun ka lunch bam kum ka queen mo ka ba long bet kum ka siem kum ka mahde ka jaski bam ta khania but damiet pre bam kham khania tu shu kum u nong krong mo te kawai ka banga kwa ban kentu kolong bangi di ban tep ha ya kene ka por bam bako mangi shangi lesi ta bangi di ru ban ya pet ru ba ka por tre ke jongi ngim dei mo ban compromise ne ba ngala nga habbe ka kam dengan ngan numbam shu ni ngan ba halenti surak nti ngasi iru bu na pedeng ki ba he ru ba asan khana ru tentang po kali ki dang shong ki dang ya kha ka e tu te kawai ki de bangi di balang husia ni de ban penting kena saya kapor bam ko jongi na do men step ado damiet kana bangin yo e kataka balance diet namar machu abang abam jam tanga don do kini ki bar khoi ki thop abok pelang jaga jongi hande langin penpeng kapor bam do men step ado damiet te kani kala wan ra e kiti jim bon ke jitom bakawai na kini ke jitom kadai ba ka jing su Mo ka dia gastric buan apa yang king ong baik ngadon gastric ngabam taruh ngamla abam syu ngada pla gastric de belai nama ka dia ba kapor yang penting kenai kapor ke jongi de ki ngakwa man stress bang di ban benora ka balance dai di ban bam ha kapor ka babiang bat ka ba ba ka de ban lait na ki di jingpang ba ka de bang di ban le iklan met la de exercise and physical activity mo de ba ong ba exercise bala ong ni gym kita ki dumbbells mo ngan exercise ni physical activity ka ba yin train ni kam ban pen ki mo pen long ban pen ki sare la de na teng la da se ka kam ka jongi ngim la ban trai than mo de ni kum ba ban chu sarieng la se ni ban sat dan ane ban lom yang ane ban pekho yet kini kita kinja physical activity nama ngale pen ki ane man chu banyak basang pe kai apa tv ane bon khana man ta bon ki pe ka mobile banyak balai ka tu yai kai ya kai pala man ta bon singin mi issue kata khana samna bon kem le shu kata khana re du kem le shu ka poji mi shwa Hamadan mo ya dek kai baik kilong kemil kedang don po kisin ki dong kepar kedang don po banyak song kai lang ti nolo ka por ka pabiang ka physical activity kalau kongsan ba bat ka wai pa ka deba ka mental health mo kata ka jinglong jingman jong ka klik ka jongi lani ka jingmun ji phat ka jongi ni di ban long ki baklan la se bon apa dang jongi don ni ki jing shitom ki bangim ka ampen pau handrai ni di ban wan chakmat banya lek chaki ni counselor ni ki lani ban yo ki jingarap mo kadang bangin la ban yo kata ka bom ba syai baklan bat ka bakhat do ban light mo nang ni ki jing shitom lani ban chulong ndi ong taban dan hapok ka hamet ka phat ko syai baklan ni dei ru ban kendu ye ki counselor ni ki dietitians dan ki nong ban batai bhag kan sepak ka bam lamar ba teng man ki breng idan ka jong ka rukum bam mong i pher i wen ngim long kumju kumanga ka rukum bam jo ka le se kla ban phe na phi le se kla ban phe na i ba mo tingi dei ban ya kendu ki dietitian i dei ban kendu ki nutritionist dan ki doctor ki ban batai kham bhaj ka bam ko jogi namar ba baling ong kumta na mar bakadan kadika bagi penmi bantangan na po kanika jong ka ICMR mo Indian Council of Medical Research ya kata ka recommended dietary allowances mod katnu kita ki nutrients ni don kam man ki breu na do ki badang red ha do ki bahe laulong sendrang la ni ka kenteng gidon bet na ki jong ki kita ki kategori mo ki bangi ban bam de ngama pinginum tip ikata manu batai yang ki dei kini ki counselor ki dei kini ki dietitian ki nutritionist ki ban batai yang but ngim dei ban man thai kan batam au man le chata mot ngadon di sitom mde katang ka dei tang ba ki bad sitom ni ki bom sitom ki dei ban tip hai kan ni
Eva, coming to you. Nowadays we've seen like a lot of social influencers, let's say, no, and social media and everywhere. I think they are recommending what food to eat. I think some of them they might be recommending some pills, some like we've also had these gummies, no?
Yes,
Like,
yes, yes.
how do you relate the effects of this type of social media influences on the youth especially?
See, when we say the social media influences or social media effects, especially on adolescent girls, you know, when we are growing up, our hormonal changes, right? All the adolescent girls, they want to be beautiful. Then what they go, like they see the beautiful girls in social media, they follow them, you know, they don't go for, they go for dieting without the consultations of any dietitians or nutritionists. They just go by on their own. So another thing is that regarding the pills, see, every individual has got different kind of body compositions. Today, that particular pills may be effective for you. You may lose weight after taking that pills, but the other person may not lose weight. So we cannot rely on the pills. You know, there are certain types of, when we say when you are dieting, there has to be a way of dieting also. There is a proper way of dieting. You know, they have an intermediate fasting, keto diet and all these things are coming up now. Suppose if your body doesn't comply to that kind of dieting, that means you are giving more harmful to your body. Okay, taking pills, especially the slimming pills and all. So like it is more harmful to your body. What we do is that we recommend it, like as the Dr. Lariba has already told you, maintaining meal timing is very important. When you want to have a slim and trim body, it's not just you just sit at home, you take pills and then your body will become slim and trim. No, that is a big no. What you need to do, you need to have a physical activities. That's what, like, you know, if you don't have a physical activities, no matter what you're taking, that means it's not going out at all. It means like we have a metabolism in our body. So our metabolism, what happens is that the more you input, you need to take it out also. There should be an equal and balance, right? If you're eating more, that means you're inputting more, and then your metabolism is less. That means your fat is accumulating it. That's how you gain weight, right? If there's no physical activities, you just sit and you just eat and you just take the pills, so it's not going to work. So I will just tell them, like, if you are on dieting or if you are like in taking this kind of pills, you have to make sure what are the ingredients like available in that pills, whether it will be harmful to your body or not. See, maybe for 1 or 2 weeks you may lose weight. Why? Because the pills, you know, what they take is that they detox everything. Okay, they detox everything. So when they detox everything, that means all the nutrients in your body is going to be flushed out. It's not only the toxins in your body, everything is going to flush out. So what happens that you look more slimmer because the fats and all, everything is going out. But it doesn't stay long, you know. Once you have stopped taking the pills, what happens is that the effect of your body, you can see that you may considerably gain weight. And then after that, it may cause you some other diseases as well. Okay, then you may become anorexic. You know, like you tend to eat, but you cannot. You know, these other things happenings. And then another thing is that overeating, as we said, no, like mukbang, you know, that what you call, it's now going on, you know, everybody, they just keep a platter of food, I mean, like everything there, and they just keep on continue eating it, you know. It, like for the adolescents, girls or the boys, like it looks like a challenge, you know, it's like some kind of a fancy things, you know. If you can, you know, consume so much of food at one time, then you become a hero or heroine. So like they have that kind of idea. This mukbang, when they are just eating it, some of them, they just eat a raw food also, you know, raw stuffs, you know, and then they will just eat anything. We cannot follow that, right? We cannot eat anything because some vegetables, if they don't cook properly, it can become a, you know, disastrous, or it can be a toxic to your body. So like as I said, now there has a proper way of cooking everything. It has to be handled very properly. Your vegetables and then your food items, whatever has to be, like it has to go accordingly. You cannot just eat everything raw. And then eating, like mukbang, is like you just keep on stuffing and eating and eating. What leads that to an overeating? Overeating may cause what? It may cause you obesity. Okay, these other things, like they want to be famous, right? They want to be famous, they want to follow the trends, but we have to keep in mind that following the trends and want to become famous, it's not your, you know, goal. I mean, like you have to think about your future. If you want to have a better life, I mean, if you want to have a good health, that you need to follow procedures like maintaining your meal timing, adopting a healthy dietary habits, you know, adopting a very good, you know, social environment where not following blindly the social medias. If I can say that you take this pill today, it will just make you lose weight. No, I cannot just say blindly, because what are the ingredients in that particular pill? What are the harms that will cause you? So we don't know, because each and every individual, as I told you, the body composition is very different. So we cannot just randomly tell them. I think we have to be careful and be aware of it. And then, so like that's how, like we need to teach our, like, you know, adolescents also, whoever is following, who wants to be like them. Say every individual has, like, you know, different way of thinking. So we need to change that. You know, adapt good social communications, you know. If there's any problem, you know, you can just go and talk about it among your friends, adopting healthy dietary habits and all, and then, you know, sharing, like as doctor has said, about the mental issues. So like these things, we need to relate even with the parents also. If the parents like are like communicating with their children, and if the parents knows about these things, like they can teach their children as well. So that is how it goes about. When I especially myself, I will say that don't just follow blindly social medias. Okay, they are good, they are bad. They bring a positive impact, they bring a negative impact. So like we have to be very careful following the social medias and these fake influencers and all, because it will bring more harm to us than bring anything good, positive way in our life.
Thank you, Eva. Sadly, we've come to almost the end of the program. The doctor shwaba pen kut mo pidan ki kentian khat doi e ni ki jingkan tu ki jingkan pa mo ki ni ki bapet ki ni program kanang bakin la ban kam ban bam mo kita ki jing bam ki batai ki ke
kabanga kwa ban kentu ha kani kapua kolong ba ngidei ban long ki ba husial ha ka rukom bam ke jongi ngidei ban diet dingkong e ki bam ten rai ki ba jing bang ki ba mi na kapela jong ki ba khuat ki bam dan ka nu ka jing kle but ka ba khaddu e ka dei bang dei ban yele ban na ni ki physical activity ni ki exercise kanang bangin yo ka bon me pa baklai but ka ba khaddu hi ka ba saw ka banga kwa ban ong du ka dei ba ladang hi don kam ya ka jing yarap ngim dei ban randien gidei ban de chak khama namar ba ka sarkar kala bo kanang ka dei dam ta ki pat ba ban shakri ki pat ba dingim dei ban randien gidei ban ya kakabu ya kini skim kenang bakal mandra ka jing mentoy yang yihi
Bleshbun Doctor Eva, if you have any last words to the audience watching the program.
As this is a nutrition week or nutrition month, like dietitians, they are not being recognized, okay, as of now, because our profession, like they don't even know what is a dietitian, what is a nutritionist. So like being a dietitian or being a nutrition, it plays an important role in our day-to-day life. We are the mediator between the doctors and the patients. See, like diet is the most important thing in our life, because without diet you cannot support life, right? What you take, what you eat, what you input in your body has to be a good one. So like when you say you're following particular steps, you're eating a good dietary habit, that means you'll be preventing yourself from certain diseases. Like we have non-communicable diseases which are very like prevalent now here even in Meghalaya, like your obesity, then your diabetes, your hypertensions. Like why are we having this kind of diseases now? Because of our dietary habits. So what I can do is that I'll just suggest them adopt healthy dietary habits, maintain your proper meal timings, go for local and seasonal food items that are available in the market. And then if possible, you need to have your own kitchen garden. Like if you have your own kitchen garden, that means you'll be eating your own organic foods items, right? From there you can get your own good veggies from your own kitchen garden. You don't have to go to the market, which are carbon prints, to keep the vegetables fresh, they inject all this carbon prints and all. So like if you have a kitchen garden at home, so that means you'll be eating your own very good, first class vegetables, organic. So you need to bring changes in your lifestyle as well. Like you need to have physical activities, you need to have, have a communications among your family members. You talk to them, you make them understand, like we have so many food myths and all going on, so we have to give them awareness, especially maybe our grandparents, like they have a certain way of believing. As being educated now, like we need to help them or make them understand to change their mindset regarding the dietary habits as well. So I will say that live healthy, eat healthy, sleep properly. Sleeping is also very important. And then if you're on medication, please take your medicines on time. Do follow up with the doctors. If you're facing any kind of problem, talk to your seniors, talk to your personal friends, so that you will be free, you will be free of stress and all. So for me as a dietitian, I will say go for healthy diet, go for adopt new lifestyles where you can have everything, like your meal timing should be maintained properly, and then go for socio-economically, environmentally friendly vegetables. That's all from my side.
Thank you, Eva. Te parlok atungin apoy siya kabakot jong ni program kejongi sasisian ay kulay biang i Dr. Laribha Dr. Dong badi Eva em sangma kibala ay jingmento sibu ningi lingba kani kejing ekran kejongi kani kapor. Te hadu bangin syam yang berpi hakwe pat kapor nakadu dasan kendra Shillong ay kulay biang i pi baro.